RTTV is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Head to expressvpn.com/RTTV.
Hello and welcome to the Death Battle cast for the cast and crew of Death Battle. Hey, I'm Ben. I'm the voice of Wiz. Below me is Chad, the voice of Broomstick. Hey, Chad. What up?
Hey, how's it going? I mean,
and then I'm to the right of Chad. I'm Sam, and above this is a new person that's not an old person.
I'm Genevieve. I've been here a couple of times before. Also, I write for the show.
But it's been a while. You're already, you're already way better at doing your own intro than Sam is.
The chat says, "Welcome to Death Battle," which is pretty accurate. So we're all experiencing something today, which is fun.
What happened to your real chill lead back energy, Ben? You were really chilling back there, and now you're forward. I liked it.
All right, what's up, guys? So Genevieve here. She's like, kind of awesome. God. She's like one of our writers that we work with. Shit like that, man.
This is my favorite Finn there's ever been.
What do you do here?
I write for y'all. I've been doing it since I interned with you guys a couple summers ago. It's been pretty fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, I know it's super dope, man. Just love that chill vibe. Killing other characters for fun and money.
Are we trying to one up last week's episode? Like,
dude, I don't even remember what happened in last week's episode. But I remember it was absolutely stupid.
Yeah, this is maybe a mulligan for that one.
Hey, I got a lot of messages on Twitter saying that last week's episode was the best episode we've ever done from 3 people. So I think that's enough, right?
Perfect. That's an overall majority.
Cypher04 in the chat says, "Oh, that's Genevieve. She changed her hair."
I did change my hair. Quarantine happened and I panicked and bleached my entire head, then dyed it kind of pink. Who knows?
Well, it looks good.
So
yeah, it looks great. Well,
whatever. Do you want to give us a breakdown of like your quarantine so far? Do you want to just fill us in on how that life is treated? Yeah,
sure. That sounds great. Should I start from the beginning? Because March was a whole fun month.
Yeah, sure.
I got on spring break from college during my senior year spring semester, and then spring break got extended by a week, and then we were told that we were staying home and remote, so I had to move out of my apartment in Burlington and back into my mom's house, which is nice because I love her and she makes me food, but also I've been in Marshfield for like, how long now? I don't even know. Time isn't real anymore.
By my count, just 3 months. Not
really?
that wildly long from March.
It feels
in that time, I've cut my own hair.
It feels like a lifetime, yeah. Okay.
In that time, I've cut my own hair. I bleached my own hair, and then I also adopted a dog. So now we have 2 dogs.
What?
Yeah.
Good. What kind of dog is he?
He's at daycare with his brother. So he's another black lab mix, and his name is Trevor. He's a very good boy. He also is the most grizzled old man. Like the rescue was like, yeah, he's like 1 to 2. He's pretty shy. And then he came home and my vet was like, yeah, he's like 6 or 7 based on his teeth. Also, he's like missing one of his canines. He has a notch in his tongue and he has all these like gray speckles, so he looks like he's some old war veteran.
Sam's parents have a cat that's like that.
Who is one of the oldest cats in the world by now? I feel like, not literally, but as far as like a feral cat goes, that like his entire life has been like fucking and fighting. This man is so fucking old. He's like 16 or some shit now. Like the feral cat should not live this long, and he's still like he's fucking brawling with raccoons and shit. Like he's getting out there, like he's fucking fighting, like killing moles, bringing giant ass bunnies over the fence. Like this guy is wild. But why are your dogs at daycare? Like
to socialize and have it's like a toddler going to daycare. So the thing is, having a dog feels like having a permanent toddler. Following you around everywhere.
Yeah.
No. I said like, not completely the same, because I know a human toddler is much worse. But like, having a dog, they all follow you. They follow you around. They always want your food. and then they like get on the couch when they're not supposed to. I don't know if that applies to human kids too, but
so last week, Logan,
yeah, let's hear it, Jed.
Go take a shower, and he pooped in the shower, which he's done multiple times because his like thing of I don't understand what's going on in quarantine and everything's different. I need to control is like I will just poop on stuff and pee on stuff, right? So that's been fun. Anyway, so that happened. We got taken care of because it's not the first time that's happened. Then April comes up to me like a couple days later that she like grabs my arm and she's like, I have a guardian angel. I was like, what? And she's like, I just avoided the most insane thing. And I'm like, okay, what happened? She's like, I took a shower yesterday. And I was like, yeah. She's like, and I didn't use my nice conditioner. I don't remember why. I think it's because she had taken one recently and like the nice conditioner that she has is like super fancy and like really expensive. So she decided to just use the normal conditioner.
I think you're only supposed to condition every other time anyways, but that's a different topic. Let's not worry about it.
Anyway, she's like the cheaper conditioner we have. She then was cleaning. She was cleaning the shower, and she looked over and she saw that her nice conditioner. Sometimes the cap will be off. Like the kids take the cap off all the time, and she grabbed it and she goes to put the cap on, and she's like, "That doesn't look right." And then she goes, and she starts to pour it out. And my son had not only pooped in the shower, but he grabbed a piece of it and pushed it down into her conditioner. So had she, like normal, used that conditioner,
I just like it's like this is
it would have been literal like shampoo.
Like,
okay,
it's not like her having a guardian angel is like I like a car barely swerved and I saved my life. It's like it's just a bad thing, like a small bad thing didn't happen. I love that that's a barometer, just because it's like.
A small bad thing. Could you imagine this? You would never see that coming. Like, imagine that, Sam. You're like, oh, I'm in the shower. I need to get clean. No. Literal shit is poured into your hand or your hair. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I feel like after that, like, at least it is happening in the best place for that to happen. Like,
true, but you don't want that ever.
No. It's fucking terrible and disgusting.
We have a first exclusive show on Rooster Teeth. That's kind of a follow up to Death Metal Cast we do every week, called Sudden Death, and it's sort of just turned into what crazy shit has happened to Chad with his kids lately show
or anything
in the past couple months, especially with quarantine.
Quarantine so that's rough, man.
Little tease of that craziness. Holy crap!
But yeah, just like dogs.
He put some shit in the bottle. Okay. That's the thing that wilds me out.
Shit in the house because we left them alone.
So let's say
maliciously though, did he jam it in your hair product? Like was he?
Okay, first of all, they don't have opposable thumb. I have to keep telling my mom this.
Like Chad's kid didn't. This was premeditated. Like he saw this shit and was like, "I'll get her." Like,
helping him, Chad, you can sit down and talk to your kids. He's 3. He just turned 3. There's no reasoning. Like, yes, of course we talk to our kids all the time, but like, they're not there yet.
I like this guy who's like, well, clearly they just haven't told their kid not to poop on stuff and put it in bottles. Like,
we never thought of that.
Like, you think they did? We're just like, hey kid, don't shit on stuff and don't shit in my bottles, like. Well, maybe that latter one, because I think maybe that one you didn't have to tell him, but still, like, you know.
Chad, how are you doing? Are you holding up okay?
Well, I went back to the doctor yesterday because that stupid infection I had is back, so that was cool.
Oh, did they jab you a bunch more times? I'm sure Cody's ready to
hear about all I mean, like, details. I'm not going to talk about that again. We'll go into that. I also told that story on RTP, and everyone, I traumatized a lot of people. But because of that, like, it's like, started to come back, and like the very first sign I was like, fuck this, like I went straight into the doctor's like, give me whatever super antibiotics you have, because I'm not going through that again. I'm not doing it. So yeah, they gave me antibiotics. I actually have to go pick them up. I was supposed to do that before this, but I didn't have time. So
yeah,
so cool. Chad's
not great,
so that means you can't So how long do you know how long the antibiotics are?
Yeah, a week.
So you can't
Well-
drink for a week?
Yeah, again.
Oof.
That's
tough,
the
dude.
hardest part because they're like, how do you cope with
Yeah,
all this
yeah.
stuff? I'm like, I drink.
Yeah. No, you can't. That's
So-
rough.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
my
Speaking of
God.
that, I don't like subconsciously last night. I was just like, well, I'm not gonna be able to drink for a week, so I might as well just go like ham tonight. So like,
You got the hangover,
don't
yeah.
I
I
don't
feel
know.
that. Like I
woke up.
definitely.
I woke up in the guest room with a text from April that says you are being inconsiderately loud, and I don't know. I
Uh-oh.
You
Last night was
woke
rough.
up being inconsiderately loud.
no. I woke up in the guest room and I saw I had a text from her at 4 a.m. that said you're being inconsiderately loud, and I don't remember what happened.
Wow, wow, wow,
So,
wow. All
I
right,
was-
nice.
yeah.
Well, okay.
We went to a weird place. I'm sorry. Today it's been a really rough week.
Well,
and
I do feel like on the bright side of quarantine, there is this like emotional thing. It's like Frozen 1 with the Let It Go. Like that is kind of how a lot of shit in life has been. Is just like let it go. Like I don't know. It's just like life's fucked right now. Just let it go. Just fuck it, me. Like screw it.
Anyway, let's talk. let's pull this back a little bit.
And talk about
maybe
what,
talk a
Ben?
little bit about what the show is supposed to be about.
Can we
which is
talk
death
about
battle related
do,
stuff.
do you yeah, we can talk about that, and we have DBX, but also do you have, how do I say the other show that isn't DB, the secret one I don't think we've talked about that we're going to talk about soon.
Are you talking about
Did we
Death
talk
Race?
about that this week? Yeah.
Death
Well,
Race
there
was
it is.
technically announced at the beginning of this latest DBX. If you haven't,
Oh
seen it
hell
yet.
yeah, hell yeah, that's right.
We
Well, that
can't,
went up. That's not on YouTube yet, is it? Or it went
as
up at
of the
YouTube at
moment
noon
we-
today.
Yes.
It should be up at noon. Yeah.
So yeah, Death Race is a thing that's happening. Can't reveal too many details right now, but it is not. We've talked about doing a Death Race death battle before. This is like its own thing, like its own little spin-off show. It's going to be use its own set of rules with its own set of combatants, and is entirely animated by Devil Artemis from the Source Filmmaker team, who've worked on several death battles and DBX. So we're very
And
excited
his,
to show this to you guys.
His own very funny YouTube channel, which you should probably check out
Yes.
too, which is also Devil Artemis. It doesn't. I don't understand that his humor at all, but it always makes me laugh. It's very funny and very weird.
Yeah, so we're definitely, the way Death Race is kind of tailored it's definitely tailored in a way that can let him sort of bring some of that ridiculous comedy style into the animation. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll definitely have more information about that as we get closer to the release date, which is coming up very soon. It's literally in like 2 weeks. So we'll
it's like
probably have a
Death
lot of
Battle's
information
version of
on how
Wacky
next week.
Racers, if you remember that.
Kind of.
Oh my
yeah.
god. Wait,
kind
okay,
of.
Wacky Racers. I have so sorry. This ties into something I have so many thoughts about that I'm not going to talk about. I don't want to like side note it, but the Scoob movie, I had so many hopes and it was terrible. Dashed all my
Yo,
hopes.
you can't
Also,
be
Wacky
burning.
Racers characters were in that.
You shit talking Scoob. That's Warner property. You can't be coming here just trashing our fucking house, dude. Jesus Christ.
What?
Just because
Sorry,
you got beef with Scoob.
Yeah, remember we
Yeah,
I
you
sold
can't
out.
talk about how.
as a franchise, just I was less than pleased.
Yeah.
With the Scoob movie.
See, I thought it was fun, but like, I'm not just saying that because of our corporate overlords. I couldn't
I mean,
believe
and,
that
like,
they.
honestly, I joke like fuck our corporate overlords, but
Gosh, it's-
They don't
I
care that
mean,
much. It's
wait,
fine.
Not get
like-
back in.
they don't
I
give a
thought it
shit
was-
about me.
I thought it was fun, and I was so surprised that they actually like used some of those old properties. Like when I saw that it was Snidely Whiplash, I was like, "There's no way!" And then I was like, but then immediately I was just like, "Where's Muttley?" I was like, then that's when I first got back. It's like this is bullshit because he needs to have Muttley with him. And then I found out that was the whole plot of the
Yeah.
movie was that he sent Muttley to hell or whatever. Like,
Yep. I
Anyway.
was so excited for a Scooby Doo movie, and then I was like, okay, cool. So I guess it's going to be a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe starting
it
up.
was Dick Dastardly,
Okay.
not Snidely Whiplash. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, with Blue Falcon and that. But then, like, this is honestly a minor spoiler because it happens in the first, like, 20 minutes. Simon Cowell shows up? As Simon
I mean
Cowell?
that was a little weird, but you know.
Well, he's their
I just-
investor,
I-
right? That's like the whole plot. Like he wants to invest in the like Mystery Machine,
Right.
and
But
then
he only shows up
but he
once.
doesn't want Scoob and Shaggy there.
Yeah. Like, I feel like the entire movie was just so full of, like, jokes that were trying a little too hard. For
I
me to
also
be,
was
I guess,
not a
happy
fan
with it.
of Shaggy's voice actor. That I was not a fan
Right.
of that.
Yeah, like they ripped the OG guy out, which doesn't make any goddamn sense.
And they didn't even use Matthew Lillard.
Right, they could have at least done that.
Yeah.
What's he doing nowadays? Like,
Shaggy.
Nothing.
Like, outside of that version of Shaggy, Shaggy, basically.
is he really?
Yeah, because he's in
Yeah.
Shaggy and like all the animated movies,
He
or
re-
not? I
he
should say like
replaced,
traditional
the
cartoon
original voice
movies and
actor.
stuff. Yeah,
And he's in, like,
Oh,
Scooby-Doo
wow.
Guess Who, right?
He was so perfect in the movie, the like
they were like,
Joss
"This is our
Whedon movie or
boy."
whatever. Yeah, that they
Oh,
when
that's
they needed a
awesome.
new
I didn't
actor
know
for
that.
Shaggy, he took over the role.
Also, I
That's
don't know if
wild.
it's coming through on mic, but for some reason, there's like literal fucking dump trucks outside right now, just
Oh.
fucking around. I have no idea if
No,
that's
I
coming
can't
through.
hear it.
If it is, my bad. Okay, good. Because they are loud as fuck right now.
All right, well, let's
So anyway,
pull it
Ben's
back
trying to
once
keep us
again.
on track.
So we're talking about Death Battle because we are the Death Battle cast, and we have Genevieve on, who
Yeah.
hasn't been on for a while. So let's talk a little bit about what you do for Death Battle. We mentioned that you write the most recent episodes, I believe, that you've written are Genos versus War Machine. I think you were on that one, as well as Leo versus Jason.
Red Ranger Jason? Yeah.
Yes, and you got a
Yeah,
couple more that
which
are
was
coming out in
that-
the second
Yes.
half. She can't talk about
Red
obviously.
Ranger
but,
Jason was. I loved that fight. That I mean, the whole episode's good, but the fight script you wrote for that was very, very dope.
You. I honestly was just very happy that the fight started over a slice of pizza. Where it was like, dude, you ruined my pizza, man. Like, you're the monster.
we-
I thought that was funny.
We actually did that. God, I think it's not. It'll be DBX episode 7, I think, which has not been announced yet. But that too, we kind of like jacked that concept where it's like, because it's cartoon characters from like a similar era, and it was just like the animators are just like, so why are they fighting? And I was just like, you can do anything, like have them fight over a piece of pizza or something. And they're like, oh, we'll
I
just do
see how
that
it
exact
is.
thing. And then so like the whole thing is that too. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so thanks
We
for
did
stealing my
again.
ideas,
ripping
ma'am.
ourselves off since
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
good.
Well,
Wow.
it's not. Yeah, it's not plagiarism when you own it. So
Wow. Do I at least get like a consulting credit?
it's yeah, sure, you can have it.
I mean, didn't
I'll
we
put
have
you in the credits, sure.
the turtles fight over
Yeah.
pizza back in the battle royale a million years ago? So
Oh
technically,
no, we
we
didn't have a reason for them to. That was back in the day where we didn't.
just started.
There was no script. The fight just happened. That was when I was animating, and I would literally just sit down with sprites and go like, "What would be cool for this scene? Okay, I'll just do that." And then I would finish that and go, "What would be cool for the next scene? Okay, I'll just do this." Like, that was the main like thought process behind animating, like those very early episodes.
I mean, meanwhile,
Um,
now when I'm writing, I'm laughing at my own jokes and script reviews, and Ben's like, "Can we please move this along?" Like,
Oh, I
Guys,
always,
doing-
that sounds about
always. If there's like a pun worked in like the first or second boomstick line, I'm like, oh, this is a Genevieve script.
Script meetings with Genevieve are hilarious because she's constantly laughing at her own jokes as we get to them when we're doing the read-throughs. It's
I'm just so
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I remember, I think we were talking about Mosquito Girl in the Genos War Machine script, and I was like, what if Boomstick got a hard on for Mosquito Girl? And Ben's just like, Genevieve, come on. Like, you can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have fun with our script meetings.
Yep.
But
I do
anyway,
miss
so-
that though. Genevieve and I, well, we could go for hours talking about just puns. Like,
Mhm. Because you originally started as an intern with us, and I
Yeah.
think your first script that you worked with us on was Carnage versus Lucy, if I recall.
Carnage versus
correctly.
Lucy, my
No.
dearest queen.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Well, so I worked on a top
I
10
was thinking-
script, and I did Desk Gov,
Yeah.
and then I did Death Battle full,
That's
like
right.
the proper. So I worked on Carnage Lucy, and then I helped with Nightwing versus Daredevil, which was fun. But I still love Carnage versus Lucy because like I remember watching Elfin lead for the script and being like, I love her. She is my queen, and I will never have another.
We also brought
Yep.
you into like the Death Battle writing fold on one of the like most brutal and creepy episodes we've ever done.
Yep.
I remember
Yeah,
that being
well-
kind of throwing everybody off. Like, well, welcome to Death Battle. Here's some crazy gore.
I mean, I think
Well,
Sam
and
remembers
also,
my
like,
first day.
Well, in your top 10 that you worked on, the first thing you worked on was top 10 worst dads as well, right? Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
like the really
And so
shitty
Nick
dads that
pulls
kill their
up,
kids
like,
and stuff.
Nick pulls up the
Those are
Shao
some dark
Tucker Full
Yep.
Metal episode, and I'm sat there with like my hands over my face, just like, oh my god, this is happening. And Sam looks over, he's like, what a great face for your first day.
Oh God.
Man, I miss having interns. We haven't had interns in a great. And it's a shame.
You just miss having
dude.
a
It's a shame.
slave to do everything.
Let's not use that language, but like, yeah, like somebody to help you with your job. Yeah, I miss that shit. That shit is
yeah, and,
awesome.
I mean, clearly your time interning with us was terrible because you know
No, it was great.
you're here.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I've totally. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that like someone cursed me. Like my last like coffee or whatever that I had in the office, and was like, "All right, she's never gonna be able to leave."
Well, we very much enjoy having you working with you, Genevieve, and it's great to have you continuing to be on Death Battle. And
Yeah.
Genevieve will be on even more episodes. You got like what,
Two
or
more.
three coming up before the
Yeah,
end of the
2
year?
more coming up. I'm
This is
very excited for my next one, which is. Can I say the number of the episode? Nothing else.
You actually can't because we might be switching the number of that episode. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Well,
This
the
is
next
last
episode I
minute-
wrote, I'm very excited about because I love them. Both the characters.
Episode 12 and 13 might get swapped depending
one
on
of
how
those
the
two.
schedule's going. So one of those two. It'll be pretty clear when the episode is announced, I feel like.
'Cause I remember that like script call where I was just like, "Can I do this?" And you were like, "Oh my god, can you?" I guess so. Sure, let's lean in.
Yeah, we
Oh, I know which one it
take
is
it
now.
to we're changing up Wiz and Boomstick a little bit, maybe. Who knows? We'll see what happens. And actually, the next half that's coming up in August. So we have announced the first half of the first episode, which is Beerus. We will be announcing. See some people asking in the chat when we're going to announce his opponent. We will be announcing Beerus's opponent definitely before that episode airs, but we're kind of just leaving this summer time slot open for DBX and Death Race to kind of have their time in the sun, basically. But once we announce Beerus's opponent later on, probably in the middle of next month or so, we'll be getting into we're bringing in some new elements into the next half of Death Battle, including potentially a new character to help out with Wiz and Boomstick. We'll have more about that later on, but it's gonna be real fun. It's gonna be real fun, and it's definitely something where like I'm sure a lot of people will take that comment and say like, oh, you need to focus on the characters who are fighting, not turn Death Battle into like some crazy comedy show that is distracted from the main fighting and whatnot, or the matchup. And that's definitely something that's always on my mind, making sure that the characters, our hosts, are always focusing on the point of the show and not necessarily. It's not the Wiz and Boomstick show. It's Death Battle. So
Right.
that's always
And
important.
it's a minor character. Like
yeah,
but no.
we'll see. We'll see
It's
how
fun.
it goes.
So what I'm
It'll be
hearing is
fun.
we need a Wiz and Boomstick sitcom.
I would love that.
I mean, they very much are an odd couple. We've talked about it before. I'd love to do an animated show.
And also with Ringmaster involved, like, oh yeah, Wiz and Boomstick will be in Death Race as well as
Darth
Ringmaster.
Full in the chat.
gonna
It's
be
the
real good.
goose. It's not the goose.
The Mecha Goose is
sorry.
at this point a
Yeah,
recurring
well-
character. I believe he's been in 2 episodes so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
not,
Becky
and also
Goose
it's
could
not.
always
It's not
come back.
Jocelyn. We definitely still do want to work with Lisa again, and we really want to use that character more. But I'm throwing that out there because I think a bunch of people are going to be like, "Oh my gosh, Jocelyn!" and then start tweeting at Lisa,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
she'll
that's
probably
a
be
good
like,
call.
"What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but Jocelyn was the host of Desk of Death Battle, and after that show ended, we've definitely talked about like ways to bring back the character because we love working with Lisa. We love just the concept of Jocelyn the intern and how she's smarter than Wiz and Boomstick, and just a fantastic character. So yes, Jocelyn has to come back in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not this year, but definitely at some point.
I mean,
so
and
Lisa's
also like if YouTube changes their algorithm again and makes 3-minute videos like the hot shit, Desk of Death Battle is back like that. Like we're in business the next day. Like I got scripts locked and loaded. It's just like a Desk of Death Battle. Finding something to do with that is finding the structure of the show inside the current world of like Death Battle and marketing, and that is like really the tough one.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, it turns out people don't like learning, which is buck wild shit, right? Like that's like people are like information. I don't know about that. I just want to see people hit each other, and I'm like, okay, all right, bud, all right.
It's
Yeah.
the lizard brain. It's the big lizard
No.
brain.
No,
Yeah,
dude,
all right.
the YouTube algorithm is what killed Death Battle.
Yeah,
man.
100%.
Or sorry, Death Gov, for
Desk
sure.
Up, yeah.
Oh, God, they
YouTube
killed
algorithm
this
is the
show? Oh,
only
no.
reason.
Yeah, we just don't know yet.
Yeah, YouTube's a tricky beast. But
It's
you know,
it's
we
not
can
doing
always-
us any
we can always follow.
favors right now on this show.
We say as we air all of our stuff on YouTube. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into what's going on. So
I feel like we covered it.
Oh, we kind of did.
Yeah.
I mean, did you guys see that weird Pokemon announcement earlier today?
No.
No,
It's like a
Cool.
MOBA or
Okay.
something. right?
Yeah, they're releasing a free free to start Pokemon MOBA.
So it's
on
like
phone.
League
Free
of
to start.
Pokemon.
I'm not sure what free to start means.
Is it
I mean, MOBAs typically
can
run
I
on the
take
idea that
a-
they like give characters out like in cycles, right? Like it's always
Yeah.
free to play, but you don't have access to all the characters. Free to start just sounds like, oh, you get a 7-day free trial and then you got to pay for the game.
Or like
Right.
how in
Yeah,
WoW you have to like play up to level 20 and then you gotta like
Yeah.
pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I take a swing in the dark and say that it is, let's see, I'm going to guess a few companies because it's not Niantic. That wouldn't make sense. It's either, what is it? T-Pop, or it's probably Tencent that's making this turd. I almost guarantee it's
you're right
it's
on the
Probably.
nose.
Like,
It's 10
yeah, Tencent, like that free to play is like a thing that they've been fucking with. I see a lot of those. Like, there's like 3 big mobile developers, like Tencent, I think it's T-Pop, and there's another one that just like hawk out shit. And it's really weird. They have this like I was reading about their concept essentially. Like I think they call it whale fishing, where it's like they don't need a lot of people to play. They just like in that mobile market, they will find 1% of their player base that just goes hard and spends like thousands of dollars. And so they're just like whale hunting in different like mediascapes, and they just try and find
Yeah.
the whales within like, okay, we got this license. It's like we're gonna do like a Power Rangers Go thing, or not Go, but like a Power Rangers, like, you know, you get different Rangers and they do fights and stuff and like all these like idle games, and then they just like in that they just like hunt for whales essentially, and it's such a weird thing to do, but yeah.
So I actually
That's
took
crazy.
a class on applied linology, which is sort of like, as a game design major, I know game shit and how marketing kind of works with that and how like balancing works within that. So I'm pretty sure that if they're going whale hunting, they're going to have like acutely balanced any sort of like pay for things, which, because whale hunting makes sense with a mobile game. If you're doing like a
Yeah.
free to play mobile game, you need to make sure that you're optimizing the like purchases so that they feel achievable even if they're still spending money incrementally. Like, I've deleted games because the purchases didn't feel worth it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a whale, which is like, I'm not part of their player base then.
Yeah, it's an interesting system.
It's finding that right balance of ads too, where you're like, they're like just annoying that you consider, like just annoying enough that you consider just paying to turn them off, but not so annoying that you're just like completely fuck this, like screw this game. It's finding that really nice.
I honestly
balance.
can't believe that, like, especially with how Android works, like that. Just, hey, here's an emulated port of a well-known game for $4.99. Like, I can't believe that isn't a significant like section of the mobile market, because I think a lot of us would be like, oh, hey, cool, I can get like an emulated port of, like, I don't know, like fucking Earthbound. Like, I'd buy that on my phone and then I'd have it to play when I'm at airports and shit, because like it's not like you need
Well, they don't have the rights to
hyper-sensitive
it.
controls and shit.
That's why you don't see it.
Well, yeah, no,
Well,
but I'm saying, like, I can't believe that companies don't buy those rights and port them onto the eStore, like, legally. Like, I'm saying, like, there is a few examples. Like, there is Final Fantasy Tactics has the PSP version ported onto mobile, and that's fucking awesome. And it was like $12.99, great deal, love it. You know, but there's so few examples of people like, hey, let's just take a good game, put it on a mobile phone, and then sell it for $5. It's really weird to me that isn't like a model that people are just like, oh yeah, we have a good game. Now
I think there's a lot of fear in that they wouldn't make their investment back, because it's been proven that, as shitty as it is, the individual purchase games on mobile phones do not do well. It has to be free to play. If it's not free to play or have some sort of free element, nobody's going to buy it.
It's interesting. I wonder. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm curious if that's because of the cut that they take, like the mobile stores themselves.
Maybe.
You mean no, because the Super Jump and Shoot Attack, but like, because I know like Steam takes like 30% like off the top. So like, I wonder if like the Apple App Store is like more than that, right? And it's just such like, at the end of the day, when you're doing a 30% license to the owner of the IP, and then you got 30%, it's like there's so little meat on the bone for the people actually doing the port and the work that it's like unfeasible to get profit out of it.
No, I mean it's pretty standard. Like the platform takes a cut. I don't remember what it was, because we did this before. We put out games on iOS and on Android, but it's mainly just the fact that like people have this mobile mentality, and because the market's so flooded with free to play games, it's just like the second you set up just a paywall initially, there's so many people that are turned off by that, and you won't have a player base that will like just go check it out, right? So like it's just you have a way better chance of getting your game a success and having people play it and talk about it if it's free.
It's a system built on
Austin
convenience.
just
and
confirmed
it does say Apple collects 30%.
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
I mean, that's why I kind of love the Epic Game Store, because it's sort of more for the devs in terms of profit
hot
margins.
take though.
Uh-oh. Chat's gonna go crazy. Oh no.
No, because like, I mean,
I agree.
As a sort of like dev, I wouldn't want to like lose that's why the games I put on the Steam store, like one of them's free, and the other one we weren't expecting to make a profit. We just priced it at what we thought was going to be like enough to pay for taxes for the LLC we started. I don't know. I like the Epic Game Store more in some ways.
Well, what games have you made recently?
Well, so my senior game, Gilded, got put on Steam. Don't expect you to have heard of it at all, but it exists. It's free on Steam.
Do you got thoughts on good old games?
What is it?
Well, so two things at once. The kind of game it is, it's like a management game where you play as a guild master for a guild in a sort of fantasy town, and you have to manage all your different adventurers by setting them on quests and making sure they all like get along enough to succeed on those quests, as well as making sure that you are sending out the right skills on quests. And what we wanted to do with Gilded was take the idea of like a sort of D&D adventure, but make it more realistic in the sense that people going on adventures aren't like a rogue or like I want to say like mage or something. Yeah. So like instead of sort of more typical classes, you'll have like a cook or like a hunter or like like a bard, just because those are things you'd find in a medieval town as your base adventurers.
Jobs rather than classes.
Yeah. And so as they level up, they sort of combine with different skill sets to make like what I can't even remember what it was. It was like some sort of music mixed with like hunter, or no, it was like a cleric. Oh, a brawler mixed with a cleric became like the hand of God as their like merged class. And I don't know, we just had a lot of fun with it. And the best part about it as like a narrative designer was that it's all procedurally generated. So we had to make a lot of content that could all be mixed together to still make coherent quests. And I had a lot of fun with that with my other narrative designer.
Oh yeah, and that's one of my favorite things about game design is that like all those ridiculous stories or bugs or weird things that happen. I'm sure you got some really weird mashups initially.
So yeah, because you could have at least 3 prompts for a quest, or at most 3. So like at one point it was like, wow, the town of so-and-so is asking for help because their crops are overgrown by weeds. Also, their crops are overgrown by weeds and their crops are overgrown by weeds. And I was like, shouldn't there be a Boolean on this that keeps it from happening?
I'm looking at the Steam page. It's cute.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Our
I pulled it up.
artist did such a good job. And one of my friends, Max, was our sound designer, and he also did an amazing job. Like, we just all had a lot of fun. We worked together really well, and we're proud of what we did. But we put it on Steam.
The characters are like little D&D miniatures. It's great.
Yeah,
It straight up looks like a tabletop kind of.
Oh, exactly. And the town is modeled based on like a tabletop thing. And then if you go into the guild hall, there's a mini board of the town.
I love it. That's great.
The fucking chat is starting. Hashtag hug chat. Guys, I'm fine. I'm just tired. We're good.
I mean, are you though? Like,
don't worry, I'm going to add hashtag hug chat.
I mean,
damn it.
He's also
music, violin.
In the arms of the angel.
You watch out, Jed. Don't get us those DMCAs.
Sorry.
I'm fine.
More of this coming up. Check the schedule.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
What a time for that lower
Perfect
third.
timing.
Oh, I've come back to color. Look at this.
You've been reborn as a happy person.
I feel like if you were making inconsiderate noise at 4 a.m., you were probably quite hungover. So that's
right.
gotta add
I'm
to
fine,
really,
actually.
fuck you, Ben.
Yeah.
Fuck you, and you're not hungover,
You know.
ass dude. I can't not be hungover.
Yeah, Sam has a beer and then he's just shit for the next day.
Dude, literally 2 days ago, I thought about drinking and got a headache. This shit is insane. Like, you can just get them. Like, they're just crazy. Like, no matter what.
Whenever we're
there's
at an
fucking
event,
hangover.
I'm always just like, what's Sam's one night of fun? Like, there's like, it's usually
It
it's
should
either, like,
always be Sunday, because then I can not be a piece of shit the rest of the convention.
but
Like,
it never is. It's either Friday or Saturday,
it's always
and then
Friday or Saturday, yeah.
and then yeah, you are just like
And Saturday's a complete and utter
destroyed.
fucking wash.
And the rest of the weekend is just terrible. All right, well,
God.
just to wrap up this section, speaking of the Pokemon Unite MOBA, I just wanted to point out that for a MOBA that we know is good, or at least I really like, Smite, apparently characters from Avatar The Last Airbender are showing up in it, which is crazy to me.
Which is really cool. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, how did that even happen? Avatar is like my favorite show ever, so I really like that. I'm probably gonna get those skins. It'll be cool. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out because I love it. It's crazy to me that it's happening. So let's move on to the
It's
community
interesting
death
that
battle.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Sorry, Sam.
Just,
No, it's
Shut
just
him
that, since Last Airbender has been like absolutely dominating Netflix for the last like month or so, it's just interesting to have like this second wave of like, it's like everybody knew Last Airbender was a very good show, but now everybody's also seen it, and like it's just like I'm seeing
Finally.
shit on YouTube, like, you know, like every fucking show, like I'm sure Binging with Babish is gonna make some fucking food from it next week, and like you know, it's just like that, like it's hit this like the YouTube
resurgence.
zeitgeist, and like shit is expanding out. Yeah, it's
Dude.
good to see a show so warranted get that kind of love.
well, Gus tweeted out
Especially
yesterday
since-
that like, oh, everybody's talking about the Last Airbender show. I haven't seen it. I've only seen the movie, so I can assume that the show is just as trash.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. The problem with Airbender, and I know we're off topic, but the show came out. It did reasonably well on Nickelodeon, and then the movie came out, and that was its like moment to really like take this concept and build it into this like. It's an excellent world building show, right? Like that's one of its biggest, most popular parts. But that gives it like an aspect that is perfect for an extended franchise, you know, Star Wars, Harry Potter, that sort of thing. And then the movie came out, and it was like that's the moment. This is where it's going to happen. It's going to become world renowned. You know, everybody's going to enjoy it, and it's going to be great. And then the movie tanked and was fucking terrible, and it killed the franchise. That's largely, at least I believe, why Korra got shafted so hard. Where they could not guarantee how many seasons they were going to work on. Nickelodeon could not keep it on like a consistent release schedule. They didn't even release the 4th season on TV. Mm-hmm. Like Korra ultimately suffered because of that stupid ass movie destroying the franchise.
The classic M. Night twist was that he was actually going to ruin the franchise you love. It was a wild one. It caught me off guard, that's for sure. Got me again.
Now
it's
back, and it might be healing, which is great because I love that show so much. And anybody who has not seen it really needs to see it. I think it's definitely required viewing, and it's not that long. Like it's 3 seasons. It's like 20 episodes a season or so. Mm-hmm. You should watch it. Anyway,
the whole the chat just keeps going Zuko versus Todoroki.
Oh, that would
because
be a
we
cool
talked
one.
about Avatar. That'd be a cool matchup.
That would be a fun one.
Well, we did Aang Ed, so like we did Avatar.
Zuko versus Rufio.
So we have had a few Avatar characters in already. All right, community death battle.
We got some answers this week. Yeah, we're changing it up. We got some answers from the Twittermans. Cody, do you want to pull up? Let's just start with answer for Blaziken, I guess. Sure.
Cypher04 says there's only one way Lucario can win. With max attack investment, Lucario can use clone combat and blitz Blaziken with one all-out attack. According to the damage calc, Lucario has a 6.3% to one hit KO. This is a stretch though. But Lucario's only shot.
See, and I think when I saw that, I was like, I think this guy's arguing for Lucario, but that's absolutely an answer for Blaziken because this guy's only shot is 6%. Like, he's fucked. Like, that's good math. You might have helped your opponent, but like what you did there was good work. What you did was good work. You figured it out. 6% chance to win, not very good.
Yeah, and if close combat fails or doesn't knock it out, I believe it also lowers defense. So it would just make it worse off for Lucario with his poor double type disadvantage. But we got an answer, I guess, for Blaziken or Lucario?
No, for Lucario now. Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
That's how it always goes.
Okay. All right, no, I know. King Cameron, I think Lucario would win. He's matched the power of Registeel, staggered a Guzzlord, and has defeated Blaziken in the past. Lucario is going to cook this chicken.
There we go. So one's basically using game mechanics as the argument. The other's using crazy anime shenanigans as an argument, which makes a lot of sense because Lucario is crazy in the anime. Well,
yeah, that's what your argument should be. Yeah, in DBX, that is exactly how your argument should be. I like the blue one more than the red one. It can be
however you want it to be.
Yeah,
I mean, vote how you want it.
My poor little Smash main.
He's a good blue dog.
Yeah, only one of them got into Smash Brothers, so you know.
Yeah, that's the real fucking winner right there. Is the one with the amiibo.
We talked about this last time.
We did talk about the crotch tuff last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, so that DBX is up. It's been on Rooster Teeth for, I think, 24 hours now, and it just aired on the Death Battle YouTube channel as well. If you're watching this live, 24 hours, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So please check it out. It's really cool. I think that was Joe.
This one is Joe Vick. There's a whole team of people with him, which I can probably quickly.
Oh, I've got it up somewhere. Joe, Erica, Matt, Megan, and Torian all got involved.
Yeah, and this one is like, it is a very special DBX, and if you're gonna watch 1 or 2 this season. This is one you should totally make sure to watch. It's very, very, very fucking fun. So yeah, go check it out. And then we could talk about next week's too, because we announced that obviously. There's a tweet up on Twitter. If you want to find the poll, you can go vote on next week's, which I think will be spicy because it's Kid Goku versus Gon, which is definitely
Oh man,
one we've had a lot of requests for. Yeah.
Hunter
Yeah,
Hunter
that'll-
is a franchise we've had in DBX before. I believe we had Killua versus, was it Sasuke? I can't remember who Killua fight.
I don't remember.
That sounds right.
That sounds right though.
But we haven't brought a Hunter Hunter character into Death Battle yet, which is something that's probably long overdue at this point. Because Hunter Hunter is freaking awesome. So Gon, Killua, Hisoka. There's plenty of great characters to bring in. So let us know who you think should be the first Hunter Hunter representative in Death Battle. And we'd love to do an episode with them. Yeah, and definitely vote for who you think should win between Kid Goku. That's Kid Goku, like Dragon Ball era, before the time skip, before the first time skip, where he was training with Korin, or with Kami, and versus Gon. And it's gonna be fun. It's a cool one.
There's this is probably not ever something that I don't think we're doing DBX bloopers, but this one, it just reminded me, like when we were recording this one, all of us were sitting there for we wasted 20 minutes in the booth just talking about how it's real buck wild how in shonen animes literally everyone is willing to fight a 9-year-old. You're just oh yeah, shit, whatever, you're 9, fucking come at me, son. Everyone's just down to beat a child's ass. It's crazy. Every shonen anime, they're just fucking kid, yeah, I'll take him. All the time. It's crazy. You come up oh, I gotta do my 100 test. He's 9. And it's nope, none of that shit. He's just yeah, I'll mess this kid up. No doubt. That's part of my, yeah, absolutely. So
it is interesting because Dragon Ball, I think, is the only case that I can think of all things, where when Goku first shows up, everybody's he's a little kid, whatever, who cares? And then he punches somebody once and they get blown across the horizon. They're oh, okay. And then the Red Ribbon arc happens and this tiny little child destroys basically the entirety of Nazi Germany. And then after that, they're well, nobody's underestimating this kid anymore. Which Red Ribbon arc is still, I think, my favorite arc in all of Dragon Ball. It's so much fun. And it's just Goku trailblazing along, destroying an army by himself, and I love it. All right, so go vote for that. Let us know what you think. Let's see. Is there anything else we need to cover? Go check out
Floating Shopping
Genevieve's
List
game,
says,
Gilded.
You ain't too young to get your ass whooped.
Oh no.
Okay. All right.
I just want to know why Sam only uses half of his screen. Oh, I know it.
Yo, because
Cody-
this shit is really tough. I guess I could do
What if
this.
we just
I
all
yell at
lean
Sam
to the
about his
side?
framing.
no.
What's
Yeah,
the
so
thing?
glad we
is
got
that
highlight.
better for you?
Are we back to the God angle?
Oh god.
No, we can go really high if you want. We can do
It's
so up
just
here.
But yeah. It's just what?
I think I already said this,
Work
Sam.
gave
It's just
me a
the
webcam,
dad
it
trying to
broke,
take
I
a
don't know.
dating profile pic. That angle is just
very rude
wow, I
of you,
need to get
Jen.
all of my angles.
Nah, I just need this fucking broke ass camera to fucking work for a second. That's the one position to stay in because I got a fucking rag, my glasses cleaner jammed into it. And it wouldn't be a big fucking problem. I would go, yeah, look, legit, watch this stuff. There. And then see, because that's how I pulled out the thing I used to clean my glasses. That's how broke it is. It's a piece of shit. And I want to buy a webcam, but have you tried to buy webcams lately? They're a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And also work's supposed to provide one someday soon. So life's tough, man. It's either you get what we had or you get this. You tell me which one we're looking at.
just lean
Well, now
in,
we can
lean
see
into it.
your donut bag.
Yeah, I
Oh,
had a
yeah.
fucking. Actually,
yeah,
I had a
man.
little
Did you
breakfast
get
taco
kolaches?
and a. I had a kolache, a breakfast taco,
Hell
and I have
yeah.
a muffin in here. That's why it's still here because I'm waiting to eat my muffin.
Nice. God, I want a
Yeah.
kolache so bad right now.
Hey,
Hot
this
take, but
anyway,
the best thing at a donut shop is the kolaches.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you
doubt.
for joining us
These-
for this episode, Genevieve. I'm sure this was
Yes.
a lot of fun, and we had a great time talking with you.
It was awesome because I have yard work to do, and that's pretty much it. So this was a nice break from that.
There you go.
Hey.
Did it feel like the good old days when you were interning with us and
All I had to do was
All right,
like,
that says it all. Nope. That
no,
says it
no,
all.
Bye.
I mean, like.
All right, thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next week.
Bye.